Alright, I'm back again with another video of Amazing Cultivation Simulator. This time I'm restarting for a number of reasons. First of all, during the time between the last episode and this one I have played a lot, as you can see. Let's say, does it even show? Yeah, 155 days, but I played multiple saves, as you can see. 9 hours, okay. These are also the mods that I'm now playing with. This one I'm gonna turn off and on every now and again. And this one I have here in case I need to cheat because there can be some bugs in the game. And this one is very important. Anyway, so I'm restarting. And my goal has kind of shifted. I have realized I'm on the Dunning-Kruger scale, you know. At the beginning I thought I knew a lot, but I didn't know jack shit. And now I'm right at the bottom, you know. I realize how much I still have to go forward. So, we're going to start another game. New one. Only thing that I'm going to change is the map size to large, and I think I'm also going to lower the tribulation difficulty. Now, I'm not doing this in order to do some cheaty stuff with demigods and whatever, mostly just so I can use Yao Guai a little earlier. I think that this affects it. Besides that, I don't think I need to change anything. Yeah, there we go. Now I've learned a lot since the last time I played this, and some of my perspectives have changed. I'm not going to play as Fang Yuan this time, nor am I going to be Giga Evil, maybe in the late game, but not off the rip. And that is for a number of reasons. First of all, uh, being evil attracts the heaven and earth, as they would say in Reverent Insanity. So I'm in fact going to chill and not do crazy stuff. And I'm also going to try to just figure out the game. I know generally how to get stuff going until the mid game, and afterwards we shall see where we go. To start out with, I want first of all, for a number of reasons, this game is very heavy on the RNG, and since I still have a lot to learn, I'm going to pick through some refining. I'm going to skip a bunch until, you know, I get a disciple that actually works. Secondly, I'm going to get a disciple who is good for the Grand Chariot Law. Yeah, so like this. These are the stats. The one in blue. And then another one that is for the Sunflower Earth Law. And this is to help with RNG, really. That's all it's here for. I'm also going to fish for a person with full 20 social, because the social minigame is cancer, as it is. But it is a lot easier if you have 20 social, because you can just talk to somebody, talk to another person for, you know, about the first person, and then you can just solve it relatively quickly. I'm not gonna abuse it either, but you know. I also want to set up my first 3 disciples well to become actual inner disciples, because I sorting to and filtering peasants is actually very tedious. Let me actually show you the absolute craziness that is this game. Let me show you my, yes, this is my cheat sheet, if you will. Look at the shit that I've been writing on like a madman about this game. So these are my notes. So fundamentally, this is a cultivation simulator, right? But it is not only your disciples that are getting cultivated, it is the player himself or herself. And what is this game about? Well, it is about cultivation, that being you learning shit about the game, And instead of, I don't know, I don't know what I expected last time. It's not so much about being a wuxia uh, simulator as it is about brewing dick pills and learning a bunch of books, I guess, and being a loot goblin. I shall show you very shortly just how much of a loot goblin you need to be in this game. Anyway, back to the game. And skipping forward until I get the right cultivators. See you in a few. Alright, so I'm back. After a lengthy re-rolling, this is what I've got. So, this is my true son, disciple. By the way, if you're new and you have no idea what the hell this is, and what the hell these laws are and whatever, good place to learn. You know why? Because I too have no idea. I only know the very basics because I read the fandom. But besides that, I really don't know much. So in any case, the shapes match, that means it's good. Okay, this fat uh, female, let's call it, not good at anything, but at least she matches the law. Furthermore, because this costs only 1 point, I put the sociable trait, which means I get another person, and I also some other things here because this person is gonna be casting spells. So yeah, if you don't know this game, as far as I know, you essentially have two types of combat. You got spells and you got artifacts, or in other words, flying weapons. You know. So this is our spellcaster. Furthermore, this is our incredible names I know. Fire, True Sun, Metal, Chariot Law, right? This is for me to know, to remember what law and element they have. Decent stuff. Also, Craftsman and Gifted Artist. I do not know how relevant this is, but I remember somebody saying that Gifted Artist gives some kind of bonus to RNG for something. I forget. You can remind me in the comments. Furthermore, Earth Sunfire, which she, it will become a she very quickly, rest assured, because apparently only women deserve to be cultivators. You're gonna find out why very soon. And he's not very good at anything, but you know, at least stats are good. And I also have a Grunt one, incredible name I know. She's decent at crafting, and she's got good stats in the future. I don't really know what law she matches with, but she's probably gonna be my myriad artifact law. Maybe she matches it. I can also show you, by the way. This is how you do this stuff. In case you've never done this before, I have this here on my cheat sheet. You know, here are all the laws and their requirements, minimum requirements, mind you. Right? These are all the laws, right? Up until here. These are all the laws, and you just gotta eyeball it to compare their stats with these ones until you eventually your monkey brain memorizes everything. In any case, let us begin. And let me save right away so I don't get my save corrupted. Yes, I know. YT start. There you go. Just in case I need to restart at any point. So this thing I'm going to smelt because I this is a cheat that I put in just for me to play around with. So let's begin exploring. Let's put this down and chop some wood, I guess. And then my true fire, true sun cultivator will eat. Where's the forming pill? Over here. I will also adjust their work thingy that so that everybody does everything. Chefs, of course, my nightmare, that is chefs. So congratulations, you promoted. You're going to become a inner disciple. Here comes this guy, letting us know that he's useless for being here. Hello, okay. And here we go. It begins. Now, since last time, I have changed my building style, as you will discover. I also have some, not you can see it yet, but I have some blueprints that I made. There you go, the Shadow Sect. Okay, so here it is. This is the Elysium mod, and what I'm going to do is activate this. This means that he's going to eat a spirit stone every single day. Now this not only replenishes your chi, but also makes you learn stuff faster. But in any case, that is irrelevant now. You can also smell to this, so you know it's gone. Besides this, I can make a couple of talismans. What do I want? Invisibility. And you can see my previous drawings of this are actually saved. They're not perfect, but you know, I'm gonna make 3. How many do I have? 12. Stop mucking around. Oh yeah, and actually for now, keep it disabled. Okay, here we go. Timber station and what is it? Crafting station. Okay. We have that. Okay. Continue drawing. We need first a couple of these. These. How many do I have? 3. So there you go. And we're gonna start for some more. Oh my god, look at this. By the way, I hope somebody caught the seed somewhere. For this, I don't know how to check the seed. But look at this. A giant ginkgo tree. This is good for cultivation somehow. I don't really know how. I'm sure somebody will let me know. But I'm hunting for these trees. Because they are very important very soon. Now, I will not really rush golden core too much. Because there's just no need. I'm going to rebirth these characters. They will very much be just my starting characters. Okay, you drew those things. I forget it's a woman. Okay, anything else? All hit. Draw 3 of these. This is just for map speed. Do they I'm not sure. Do these speed artifacts help your others? Maybe. Perhaps. Now, besides what you might think from Rimworld, it is actually not very important to, you know, give stuff to your people. You know, they are perfectly content to just sleep in the wild while, you know, providing resources for your cultivator somehow. I didn't make this game. I don't know, man. So, you know, the initial impression of this game as some kind of Rimworld game, using Rimworld logic to this game, is actually not a very good idea. Okay, this is the map. You're going to be very familiar with it soon enough. We're going to Mount Full Moon. because we need resources. Here we go. And there he goes. She goes. I'm gonna keep misgendering everybody. Everybody's going to be a woman, just so you guys know. Oh yeah, let me put down a storehouse. Now let me introduce you to my incredible building design. A 9x9. Cinema. I know, cinema. But because the feng shui is so fucking annoying in this game, I have decided to just make 9x9s everywhere. Incredible. Okay. Right, they're preoccupied with this. Really, it is my fault, you know. They are preoccupied with that. Not that it matters, they will get plenty of wood soon enough. Congratulations, you can chop timber endlessly. Let me cancel some of these. You can make them here. You can also make 3 bows. Yeah. I'm also gonna give them bells, bracelets, and handkerchiefs. Never give them dice. And the right materials, if I remember correctly, is dark steel bells, jade bracelets, and whatever for handkerchiefs. I think that's the correct order. And for your inners, you give them this, if you can get your hands on purity leaves. And for your doctor, you give them acupuncture needles. A very Chinese game. What can you say? And my guy has arrived? No, not yet. Congratulations, you made... No, not you. You made that. Again, they do not care if, you know, they're sleeping under the sun. Oh, what they do care about is water. Because what they cannot live without is actually water and food. That is all they need to survive. They can... and, you know, not being too hot or too cold, you know. Let me also not let them train, because it really doesn't matter. And who's gonna be the crafter? Everybody's just as good. Crafter, smelter, smith, and tailor. There you go. So they do that a little more often. I'm gonna chop this down because soon enough. Oh yeah, and the amber fruit is actually very good to give to your outers, because why was it good again? I think yeah, for half a day. For half a day, you no longer get hungry and exhausted, which is of course very good. And here we are at Mount Full Moon. Now, hopefully we don't get jumped by angry animals. It is very much possible. Oh, I forget. I always forget what is in this every one of these villages. I remember there isn't much here, right? Just what I'm looking for, right? But I want to check just in case. There should be a bigger clothes, whatever. Actually, yeah, I can carry this stuff anyway because yeah, you'll see in a bit. There you go. Oh, do not fuck around with the animals. Here they are. This one is pathetic, but considering my guy, that's pretty much as much chi, but of course he can bite them. You know. He doesn't have artifacts or weapons. So we're just gonna skip it past him and... ooh, what's this, I wonder? This is a gate to our previous sect place, which this was going to get discovered anyway in a couple of days, but I just did it ahead of time in order to get some building materials early. Now I don't think this is particularly cheating, you know, because they are just simple building materials. This is skipping grinding. That's all this is. A time skip obtaining these resources. It's not particularly, you know, crazy find. And you are very much meant to uh, grind by adventuring and obtaining resources. Because for many resources, that is the only way to obtain them. Right. Alright, congratulations. And let me make my first storehouse. Actually, screw it. I'm going to actually put down a 9x9. Okay, and put the storehouse inside. There you go. Anything I want to exclude? Not yet. Not worth it. You should definitely exclude things like that's too hot or too cold, because people will sleep and will die in these places. Let me also, yeah, let me also give them this stuff to eat. These fruits only come in once in a season, so might as well make use of them. And they rot very fast in 2 days. Oh, here he is back. And you can go back. It's I also yeah, I also need to give them. Not yet, apparently. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We need some more. All the workstations. What am I doing? I don't know which one is the front, but okay. Medicine table. What? Talisman thingy. Loom. Phone table. There you go. I'm gonna give them their own rooms soon enough, but that shall come in the near future. Ah, yeah. And also equip these bows. Now, this talisman thing is not actually for making the talismans themselves, but for making the paper for the talismans. You can just put this like this, and they will just make them as we have the resources. And here is the spirit wood. That is what I'm looking for. I'm going to set up the... Oh yeah. By the way, let's kill this bear while we still have our cultivator, immortal cultivator here. Never mind, we didn't need it. Okay. Giga Chad. My guy is over almost there. This is 4 times speed, by the way. when you put the infinity mode. Oh yeah, and here we are at the ruins of the Sect. A giant ginkgo tree is a rare find. Let me know in the comments how to use that giant ginkgo tree. It's very close to my starting location, so it's actually very useful. Alright, so here we have some iron. Yes, please. Some marble. Yes, please. And then I'm just... Yes, some stone. Do I need the jade? Not yet. I'm going to make 2 trips anyway. Then just get some timber because that saves a lot of labor. If I can find it. I forget where the timber is. But this is exactly what the game expects you to do. To literally, well, essentially just know what and where you're going. What you're doing and where you're going. Here it is. And there you go. This is all I can carry. And this will help me tremendously building my stuff up. Now I forget. I wonder if that amount of spirit stone, what is it best used for? Not too sure. I'm not sure if I should use that or use wood for my cultivation room. Sure. Here they are sleeping. Now this spirit stone can be turned into these spirit stones can be turned into spirit stone blocks. And they are a very good material to build out of because none of the cultivators, the different types of cultivators, according to their feng shui sign, they do not get mad being in such a room. Therefore, I like to make my cultivation rooms out of spirit stone blocks. Where is the ginkgo stuff? There you go. Ginkgo is also not only a herb. What am I trying to say? It's also a seasonal thing, so you better harvest it while it's there, you know? Oh fuck. Stupid. He dropped his stuff off where? Okay, right here. You can assign the area where they drop off their stuff by going here, and there you go. A reward spot. You can also make the training things, a crafting table, because they get really mad when they do not have an artifact. What else? This stuff. What else do they need right now? Ah, yes, this is what I need the iron bars for. For a forge and a furnace, a furnace, yes, and a stove. This one will be kept far away from everybody. Maybe not out of wood. I mean, marble, because earth defeats. Yes. No, earth feeds metal, so it's actually good to be made out of marble. I think, because I'm gonna have an iron room for an iron kitchen. I actually have the blueprint right here. What is it made out of? In my blueprint. Can I see? I think it's stone. I can't really tell. Whatever. And Should I? Oh yeah, this is my workshop room. I have it pre-designed. But cultivator bedroom, no need for now. Oops. Here it is. How many stones do I need? Only 66? That seems low. Hmm. Okay, I guess. But no, I'm actually going to make it out of wood first. And this is what I do. I take the last place where the wall is, make a 2 tile gap. 1, 2. There you go. And then I make a giant square and then everything looks like Beijing, you know? Like this. Okay, congratulations. None of this is necessary right now. Actually, yeah, you're going back to the ruins of Tai Sect. Again, I'm not rushing the golden core stuff, so it is fine if I don't get the cotton and stuff super quickly. I just need stuff to get going. Oh yeah, okay, this... No, 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 no. I nearly made an oopsie and deleted this tree. I need to make a wall around it so I don't do stupid stuff like that. 9 by 9. Here. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Alright. I think this is good setup for the end of our first episode. The next episode we're going to get, you know, more cultivators, more disciples, more everything. And yeah, this is just the setup. Thank you for watching. If you wish to inform me of something, drop a comment. And see you relatively soon. Bye bye.